Do 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 do. It's your man Cowboy Cam, and I'm live with you here on the Flex Network and the Cowboy Cam Facebook page. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We gotta talk. First, I'll make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like button. Make sure you hit the like button, darn it. Y'all tuning in. Y'all gonna like this. Y'all gonna like this video. This is about to get real because I got time today. I got time. So I just want to go ahead and put this out here. Basically, Russell Wilson's come out, expressed that he's not happy with the Seattle Seahawks and his protection, his offensive line. He ain't happy with it. Russell Wilson came out and said that he ain't happy with it. It's funny how there's three quarterbacks who've gotten to speak out about how unhappy they are. But the Cowboys quarterback has been pretty quiet about, what he wants, his demands, and how, if he's unhappy or not. Kind of funny how that works out. But anyway, Russell Wilson's already come out and said that he's doesn't like the protection. He wants a say in the who they bring in, things of that nature like that. Once again, kind of funny how the Cowboys quarterback doesn't get to do all that. He hasn't said a single word yet. No, and obviously Russell Wilson has been the most sacked quarterback in the NFL by far. By far. Here's the thing, Russell Wilson. He will run into a sack. Russell Wilson runs into sacks. Russell Wilson doesn't know how to throw the ball away. There's things I can critique about Russell Wilson. And it's funny, people tend to put Russell Wilson on this pedestal, which Russell Wilson is a great quarterback. He's great. But it's like people put him on a pedestal and, no, I'm not afraid to critique you, dog. I'm not afraid. Russell Wilson runs into sacks. He holds the ball too long. He does all the things that people tend to say that Dak Prescott does. And I've gotten into this argument where Alex and Kevin, wherever y'all are, I love you too. I love you too. It's all good. This ain't personal. I said that Russell Wilson and Dak Prescott are the same guy. And I feel like people tend to forget Russell Wilson's first 4 years. Yes, Russell Wilson did win a Super Bowl. Yes, Russell Wilson did go to another Super Bowl where he should have ran the ball on the one. Dak Prescott would never throw that ball on that 1 yard line. But people tend to forget. People tend to forget. Russell Wilson was called a bus driver in his first 4 years. Russell Wilson was called a game manager his first 4 years. That kind of funny. Y'all don't remember that? I remember when Russell Wilson got drafted. I said Russell Wilson was the best quarterback in his draft once again. Because Cowboy Cam don't miss on quarterbacks, baby. I don't miss. All right, I don't miss. I'm Steph from far when I call out these quarterbacks. They said Russell Wilson wouldn't be a good NFL quarterback. Yeah, they ESPN, those guys, the professionals said Russell Wilson wouldn't be a great NFL quarterback. And people you guys tend to listen to those guys. But yeah, Russell Wilson was called a bus driver his first 4 years. Kind of funny he hasn't been back to a Super Bowl since that top 10 defense left. But yeah, we don't want to talk about that, right? Russell, that Legion of Boom defense, he hasn't been back. Russell Wilson hasn't been back. Who said that? Alex, you can go. This is research for you to go do. This ain't my research. This is research for you to go do. But Russell Wilson was called a bus driver his first 4 years. The statistics prove it because guess what? They line up literally identically to Dak Prescott's stats. Dak Prescott was called a bus driver his first 4 years? Was he not? All of a sudden, we're basking in the glory of Dak Prescott because we're like, wow, the Cowboys suck without Dak Prescott. The Cowboys were not good without Dak Prescott. You don't want to talk about that, do you guys? But also, let me just kill this whole Dak getting traded to Dallas. It wouldn't make any sense because Seattle will eat $39 million of dead cap money to make that trade. That's one. So you can't make the trade because Seattle's going to eat $39 million of dead cap money. Why would you do that? Secondly, it's not like Dallas can send Dak to Seattle because Dak would have to agree to go to Seattle, and Dak wouldn't agree to that because Dak would just be like, if you're going to trade me, I'll just rather franchise tag, hit free agency, and get to pick where I want to go. Once again, Dak Prescott holds all Dak is in the driver's seat of this. The Cowboys don't have the Cowboys have no leverage over Dak Prescott whatsoever. Dak is in the driver's seat, man. So If you see any news article saying Dak could be traded here or there, it's false. It is false. And I'm glad that Chris had commented and said that. No, not Chris. Who said? Someone said it. If you're watching the video, someone said it. They were like, if Dak gets franchise tag, he gone. Exactly. Like, Dak is in the driver's seat. You have no choice but to either give me my contract or franchise tag me, and I get to pick to where I want to go. But yeah, people tend to forget Russell Wilson's first 4 years statistically line up with Dak Prescott's first 4 years. And then there's people that are like, oh, Russ ain't had a top offensive line and a top running back. Well, Russell, for some reason, it appears that Russell Wilson's football team is better at running the football than the Dallas Cowboys. And that's a fact. Seattle's better at running the football than Dallas is. Seattle, and it's not like Seattle hides the fact they want to run the football. No, Seattle blatantly wants to run the football. Pete Carroll's philosophy was not to let Russell Wilson cook, but everyone in the fan base wants Russell to cook. Everyone was, let Russ cook, let Russ cook, let Russ cook. Russell Wilson didn't come out the MVP this season, even though he was in the driver's seat. Russell Wilson was in the driver's seat of the MVP race and fizzled out. The let Russ cook crowd slowly died down. Rather pay Russ than Dak. Okay, understandable. You're talking about the Russell Wilson now. You're talking about the Russ now. I'm talking about the Russ at the same timeline of Dak Prescott. The same 4 years. They're the same guy. They're the same guy. What's going on with you, Allen? Dak don't got it in him. Don't got what in him? What doesn't Dak got in him? What's going on, Isaac? Russ over Dak. Understandable. Oh, Lord, my son done fell. He all right. He could just – what's going on with you, Sebastian? Thank you for tuning in. He could just pull a bell and sit out. He could. But it's funny that Dak Prescott's not like that. Dak hasn't downed the Cowboys yet. But it's funny we got all these other quarterbacks down in their teams talking bad about their offensive lines. There was a season Dak was sacked almost 60 times. He didn't come out and speak ill of his offensive line. Just saying. Jameis Winston got the same stats. Exactly. Jameis Winston isn't a bad quarterback. That's the thing. And this is really an element towards, and it's not about race, but it ends up being about race about the black quarterback. Jameis Winston isn't a bad quarterback. People like to hint on that 30 interception season, but then they don't talk about what happened during that offseason afterwards of Jameis Winston having eye surgery. Yes, Jameis Winston was blind. This man, Jameis Winston, has been balling in the NFL blind. Like, think about that. Blind. You have to have eye surgery in a procedure that you can't get until you're the age of like 25, I believe. So Jameis Winston wasn't even able to get this eye surgery until he turned 25, 26 years old. Jameis Winston isn't a bad quarterback. Jameis Winston, throughout his whole playing career as a quarterback, has been one of the most highly talented, touted quarterbacks. And he is. Jameis Winston's a really good quarterback, damn good quarterback. And you guys will get to see that. Hopefully New Orleans holds on to him. You guys will get to see that after his eye surgery. Like, you guys have no idea what Jameis Winston looks like with his fixed eyesight. No idea. But yeah, a lot of people are tending, let's get back to this Russell Wilson debate here. Yeah, Russell Wilson's great. The reason y'all don't think Dak Prescott's great is because he plays for the Dallas Cowboys. If Dak Prescott played for any other NFL franchise, Dak Prescott would be considered great. Where's the criticism of these other trash quarterbacks? Chris, I don't know, dog. I don't know. There's other quarterbacks that are we're literally trying to down a top 5 quarterback. We're trying to down him for no reason. DC will win a Super Bowl before Dak. Who's D? Oh, Derek Carr. I forgot. Kevin Anthony Bass messaged me separately saying Derek Carr was a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. And this has never even been an argument. We don't – Derek Carr, didn't he just fizzle out, lose like the last 4 games of the season, couldn't make the playoffs? No. Come on now. But, and Isaac, you're saying Russ is worth the money Dak is asking for. We don't know. You don't know how much Dak is asking for. Mind you guys, Russell Wilson had to threaten Seattle to get paid. Russell Wilson had to threaten Seattle to get paid. A lot of you fans don't understand that. See, he had to say, if you do not give me my contract, I will not have negotiations with you when it's time to negotiate. And literally at the deadline, they got a contract. He didn't earn it. Earned what? Earned what? He had to threaten to get the contract. Funny how Dak Prescott didn't threaten the Cowboys. Dak Prescott shows up and balls out. I'm just saying. Russell Wilson had to threaten Seattle for his contract. Yes. Dak is a top 5 quarterback. Yes, by far. Mind you guys, Dak Prescott was on pace to break the NFL passing record by a lot. Like not even a little bit, by far. Just a lot. Oh, and Sebastian is an Oakland fan here as well. Derek always plays with less and no consistency from the ownership. True, but this is Las Vegas had a damn good team, and Derek did not play good down the end of the road. Just saying. Dak won Super Bowl money. You have no idea how much money Dak Prescott wants. No, you cannot tell me a specific amount Dak Prescott wants. So if you're saying Dak Prescott wants Super Bowl money, that is a false narrative. Mind you, Deshaun Watson just got paid $39 million. So if you're saying Dak wants $40 million, that's $1 million more a year if you want to put it in that way. And I'm tired of this whole narrative that Dak wants what's his name? Patrick Mahomes money. Nobody wants Patrick Mahomes' contract. Y'all got to get that out y'all head. Patrick Mahomes didn't sign a great contract. If you go break it down, the Chiefs got to steal. And this is why you pay quarterbacks early. Because the Chiefs got to steal with Patrick Mahomes' contract. They put in they just doing a bunch of incentives, incentives here, incentives there. You got to hit these markers of this nature. But Patrick Mahomes ain't getting paid nothing. Mind you guys, Dak is on pace to make more money than everyone. No matter if Dak Prescott gets a contract or franchise tag hits free agency, Dak is on pace to make more money than everybody. So it isn't Dak being greedy. It isn't Dak wants Super Bowl money. That's not true. Because Dak, no matter what, is on pace to shatter all that, getting paid, being one of the highest paid NFL players. Boy, need to stay off that weed. You can try to literally, mind you, once again, Dak Prescott was on pace to break the passing yardage record in the NFL by far. Not like barely pass it. He was on pace to shatter it. It took 3 weeks. No, I think 4 weeks. It took 4 weeks for other NFL players, other quarterbacks to pass Dak Prescott. 4 weeks. It took 4 weeks for other NFL players to pass Dak Prescott. So Dak not even top 10. You can't even name me 8. You can't even name me 6 quarterbacks better than Dak, or 7 or 8. So Alan, with you saying that, I don't know if I can put your comments up here anymore because you're saying Dak not even a top 10 quarterback. He was on pace. Now we're going with assumptions. No, that's not an assumption. That is a mathematical fact, Alex. It is a mathematical fact. If it took you 4 weeks to pass me up on some statistics, dog, obviously I was doing something right. But sorry, my son got to touching stuff. And I'm glad, once again, I appreciate y'all tuning in here. Make sure you hit that like button. All right, make sure you hit that like button. We got to defeat this narrative that Dak is trash, that Dak, I don't know if you saying Dak trash, I don't know what you're watching because the Cowboys look terrible without him. Man was averaging 30 points a game. 30 of them bad boys. 30 points a game. 30 points a game, dog. 30 burgers. 30. Oh. Alex said Mahomes, Russ. Okay, keep it going. Keep it going. Come on. Drop them. Drop them quarterbacks. Come on. Mahomes, Russ, cool. That's fine. That's fine. Mahomes, Russ. Who else? Josh Allen is not better than Dak Prescott. That is. Oh, I'm glad you said his name. Josh Allen. Josh Allen just had a coming out party. Josh Allen just had a coming out party. And it's, once again, I don't want to make it about race, but that's what it ends up coming down to when we get into some of these discussions, the way y'all criticize certain quarterbacks. Josh Allen was, at one point, the most inaccurate quarterback in the NFL. Like, the most inaccurate. Mind you, I am a Josh Allen fan. I'm a Josh Allen fan. I said that Josh Allen would be one of the best ones out of his draft class because I believe that his arm and his mental mindset would help him progress in the NFL. It's funny how Josh Allen just had his best season and people are already ready to place him above other quarterbacks, already trying to place him in the top 5. Funny how one season, Josh Allen top 5. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'll take Josh Allen over Dak any time of the week. That's fine. But are you taking Josh Allen in his system? Are you taking are you taking Josh Allen in his system? Does Dak Prescott have a McDermott and that coaching staff? Mind you guys, Doug McDermott, not Doug. Is it Doug? I think it's Doug McDermott, the coach for the Bills. Mind you, he has a damn great coaching staff. They built something over there in Buffalo. Mind you, Dak Prescott's been a top 5 quarterback with Jason Garrett. Dak really only had one good season, though. You sure about that? Mind you, Dak had one of the best rookie seasons. Well, no, damn it, because the kid, Justin Herbert, shattered that rookie season that Dak had. I'm taking Josh because he can throw the ball better than Dak. Alex, your statements make no sense, Alex. Because, mind you, Josh was just the most inaccurate quarterback in the NFL. He was literally the most inaccurate in the NFL. So how does he throw a ball better than Dak? Are you saying he throws a better deep ball than Dak? That's fine. That's fine. You're saying he throws a better deep ball than Dak. But if you're the most inaccurate quarterback, if you were one of the most inaccurate quarterbacks in the NFL oh my God, son. My son is playing with his truck. He put it on the table. Give me that, son. If you're the most inaccurate quarterback in the NFL, I think you're thinking of Rosen. No, Josh Allen just years ago, not even a long stretch of time ago, Josh Allen was in the 50% range, all right? He never had a good wide receiver. Look what happened when he got Diggs. Well, I'm going to go. Well, that's fine. Yeah, he got Diggs. That's a good place. But also, he was fine without Diggs. I'm saying before he got Diggs, Josh Allen was completing a better percentage of his passes. But mind you, once again, he was one of the most inaccurate passes in the NFL. So don't try to tell me, oh, he throws a better football. Because now you sound like what's that guy's name? Yeah, thank you, son. Thank you. What is that guy's name? He has a show. Gray hair. I forget his name. But you just sound like him. Oh, he throws a better football. I remember Carson Wentz was picked because he throws a better football. I remember people were like, oh, Carson Wentz is better because he throws a better football. I remember Jared Goff was picked because, oh, he throws a better football. Yeah, Collins. Yeah, Collins. Yeah, Isaiah knows what's up. Thank you. Yeah, Collinsworth. No, not Skip. Collinsworth. Yeah, not Collinsworth. Damn it. Is that his last name? Yeah, Colin Coward. Yeah, that's that guy. Yeah, he was picking quarterbacks just based off them throwing a better football. But they weren't better quarterbacks. They're not. You're not a better quarterback because you throw a good football. Doesn't make you a better coach. Cowherd or some shit. Yeah, Cowherd. It doesn't make you a better quarterback because you throw a better football. It matters about what's in the game. You blame Cam Newton for his wide receivers, but not Josh Allen. Buffalo had fine wide receivers. Mind you guys, Buffalo was just in the playoffs right before they had got Josh Allen. All right. Buffalo had Tyrod, and they made the playoffs, and then they let him go. And then they ended up getting up there in the top picks to have to pick Josh Allen. Look at Buffalo had receivers. Not as bad as these New England ones. Good Lord. New England has the worst receiving core in the NFL. You can't compare the two. You can't compare the two. You can't compare the two, Alex. You can't. Buffalo's receiving core and New England's receiving core before Diggs. Not even close, dude. I ain't close. New England has the worst receiving core probably of all time, if we're being honest. So, you're not making any sense here, man. Sebastian, and this might be a good point here. That's not really fair criticism since he didn't have time to adjust. Should be a pass attempt minimum, but then again, I don't know how many throws he had. Look here. He had a lot of throws, all right? He had a lot of throws. That's why I said it's funny. Josh Allen has his coming out party. Josh Allen had his coming out party while Dak Prescott was hurt. While Dak was hurt, Josh Allen had his coming out party. So you automatically, since Josh Allen's the most recent thing you see, you say he's a top 5 quarterback. Yeah, he's a top 5 quarterback. That's what you say. But Dak was ahead of him. I had Dak ahead of him. A lot of y'all, so picking a quarterback over another quarterback because he can throw better is wrong. Yes. Because there's so much more to playing quarterback. There's so much more to playing quarterback than being a good thrower of the football. And Isaiah, who's watching, he knows exactly the video I was talking about. Colin Cowherd lined up a bunch of quarterbacks that he would pick over Dak. But his argument of why he was picking them over Dak Prescott didn't make sense. It was, he throws a better football. He throws a better football. That's it. Carson Wentz throws a better football. Jared Goff, he throws a better football. I think he chose Dak over Jimmy Garoppolo, but then he was like, Jimmy G throws a better football. And I'm just like, that's not a great way to pick a quarterback. Josh Allen is better than Dak. I'm sorry, can't see it. You just my thing is, if you can tell me why, a quarterback is better, I'll roll with it. If you could tell me why, because there's a lot of people out there that say Deshaun Watson's a better quarterback than Dak Prescott, and I say, in what way, in what metric is Watson better than Dak? In what way? I'll wait for that one. I've yet to come across any argument showing me how Deshaun Watson's better than Dak Prescott. I got Russ over Dak for sure. But also it's Russ over, there you go. It's Russ over Dak because of sure will experience. But mind you guys, I can literally show you that they were the same guys their first 4 years. Their first 4 seasons, they were the same guy. Get that out of here. Can literally see you sweating blue and silver. No. My argument isn't about the Cowboys. My argument's not a Cowboy-based argument. That's the thing. A lot of you guys get it confused. Because my Dallas Cowboys aren't a good football team. And the people who watch the show know exactly. I've gone over this. The Dallas Cowboys weren't a good football team last season. And I expressed that. When Dak Prescott went down, the Dallas Cowboys, I said it, the Dallas Cowboys weren't going to be a good football team. So, yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I'm the realest Cowboys fan you're going to meet. I'm going to keep it real with you about the Dallas Cowboys. And this leads over to my point here. Because I got into it with Alex. The Alex loss that y'all see in this comment section. When Mahomes lost that Super Bowl game and his O-line looked terrible, his O-line looked bad, and I said, I posted on my personal Facebook page, I was like, Dak Prescott would never. I was like, Dak Prescott would never. And a lot of people, and he gave me some flack about it. He was like, you saying Dak better than Mahomes? And I was like, I'm not saying Dak's better than Mahomes. But one thing I have seen is Dak Prescott play without both offensive tackles and average 30 points a game. I don't know if y'all seen, but I crossed my leg. I crossed my leg here. One thing I have seen is Dak average 30 points a game with backup tackles without his starting offensive center. I've seen it. It's a proven fact. It's a proven. I'm not pulling this out of nowhere. This isn't just coming out of left field. Dak Prescott was averaging 30 with the backup offensive line. To be fair, when Dak entered the league with the best line and went 13-3, without it, he has yet to reach a winning season. That is false. I only argue that is false. They went 13-3. Second season 9-7, missed the playoffs. Third season went 10-6. Then they got cooped up. No. First season 13-3. Second season, 9-7. They missed the playoffs, I think. 9-7 missed playoffs. Third season 10-6. Fourth season 8-8. Yeah, Dak doesn't have a losing season. Dak only went 8-8 one time, I believe. Yeah. Dak's only gone 8-8 one time with Captain 8-8. So yeah, that's a false narrative. That is false right there. Not against that Buccaneers defense in the Super Bowl, my guy. Who knows? And I see what you're trying to say, Alex, but the teams that Dak played, when people were like, oh, well, Dak started 1-3, I think all of those teams made the playoffs. The Rams made the playoffs. The Rams ended up having the number one defense. So, Alex, are you sure about – hold on, I'm hyped now. Hold up, I'm hyped now. You sure about that, my guy? You sure about that? Because Dak played the number one defense without his tackle. They lost that game, of course, on an offensive pass interference call at that. Oh, I'm hurt. I just got hurt again. But once again, like the teams that Dak lost to early in the season, playoff teams. Browns, I think the Browns with the playoffs. Mind you, this is with a historically bad defense. We were giving up. Uh-oh. You okay, Daddy? You okay? Mind you, Dak was balling, and we're giving up an insane amount of points. Seattle's defense wasn't good, but Seattle went to the playoffs and so forth. Who's the only quarterback this year in a regular season to outdo Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs and come out with a dub and barely lose to them second time this year? Sorry, I was reading Kevin's. Okay. Derek Carr and the Raiders. What does that have to do with anything? People don't like Derek Carr. I can't help you. I can't help you in this Derek Carr argument because anybody who's watched our show during the season, I was on the Raiders boat. I picked the Raiders to make the playoffs. And Derek Carr and the Raiders let me down. So I can't help you, Kevin, with the argument that you're wanting to make. I can't, man. But Derek Carr over Dak? No. God, no. What happened against the Jets the other year? Ooh, I'm glad you brought this up. I'm glad you brought this up. Yeah, like I said, Dak's only gone. Thank you, Isaiah. Yeah, Dak's only gone 8-8 one time, but because he plays for the Cowboys and you go 8-8, it makes it seem like you've gone 8-8 a lot because we're 8-8. Jason Garrett was captain of 8-8. Gosh, like, man. But yeah, I want to get to this comment right here, and we'll start wrapping this up. People say Dak lost to the Jets. Gosh, let's start. Tyron Smith was already out. Lyle Collins went out. Amari Cooper went out first play. Like, I literally, Amari Cooper played one play and went out. So it is, and this is a Greg Williams-led defense. All right, look here, and everybody, and once again, everyone who watches the Flex Network show know I got love for Greg Williams, man. That's my dog right there. That's my dog. Greg Williams can call a defense. And what's one thing you finna do? What's one thing you gonna do when there's some backup offensive tackles in the game? You're going to rush. You're going to blitz. And that's what they did. They blitzed. They blitzed Dak. Thing was, Sam Darnold coming off a mono, by the way, sick, coming off mono. Sam Darnold balled. Like, Sam Darnold had a good game. And they were up. The Jets were up most of the game. And then Dak Prescott got the ball. And Dak Prescott started to do Dak Prescott things. And that was going for a game-winning drive. Oh, yeah, guess what? Dak Prescott ran the ball in to make the game 24-22 with 1 second left. With no time left, Dak Prescott scored. And on the 2-point conversion, one could say it was Greg Williams, of course, calls a great defensive play because the Cowboys have no idea what to run in the red zone. There was no creativity with Jason Garrett and Kellen Moore's first offensive season of being offensive coordinator. They run like all curls. And the plan was, and it was just Jason Witten in the end zone by himself in the middle. And he got mugged by Marcus May. There was no offensive pass interference call. Dak got hit like after he threw the ball, like while throwing the ball by Jamal Adams, who's a great defensive player. And it was an incomplete pass, and they lose by 2. That's what happened against the Jets. Once again, Dak Prescott was the best player on the field, and they lost by 2. They lost by 2 points to the Jets. There you have it. Let me get to a few of these comments. 30th ranked defense. Kevin, you're right. You are right. The Raiders are really bad at defense because they hired Rod Marinelli. I'm sorry about that. Derek Carr almost won an MVP, though. Dak Prescott almost won an MVP, though. You're not making the playoffs with the 30th. And, okay, boom, right here, right, this one, right, this is the one. This is what I need to get across a lot of Cowboy fans' head. You're not making the playoffs with a 30th ranked defense. I think the Cowboys ended up being 28th ranked just because of the turnovers we got and who we were playing at the end of the season. You can't make the playoffs with that. You can't. But one thing Dak can do is if you give them at least if the Cowboys are 15th in defense, we can make the playoffs with that. You can make the playoffs with that if you're the Cowboys. But that right there, that number right there, you can't do that. You can't. Derek Carr is highly inconsistent. Wouldn't trust him to wash my laundry every week. Like that, and that's Derek Carr is tricky. Derek Carr is tricky. And if I'm him, I'm getting away from Las Vegas. See if you can land somewhere else and see what you can do there. Don't make excuses. Just had a bad game. It happens. It's not excuses. It's the actual breakdown. It's the same breakdown that we were literally just giving Patrick Mahomes. We were literally just saying, oh, Mahomes lost that game because he didn't have his offensive tackles. And then we turn around and you ask me how we lose to the Jets. And I say, oh, we didn't have our offensive tackles. We didn't have our offensive tackles, and Dak was still the best player on the field. Dak still scored. Dak still had the team in position to almost win the game. That's not an excuse. That's an actual breakdown of what happened. It's an actual breakdown. That's all. And this is a reply to Chris. Easy to be inconsistent with a consistently bad defense that is putting you in bad spots all the time. This just further leads to my Dak Prescott being a top 5 quarterback argument. This is awesome. I love this, guys. So they was blitzing Dak like how Mahomes is getting blitzed, but Dak would never. Well, no, Dak still scored. You see how you fell for that, dog? Dak still scored. Oh, and also, mind you guys, what didn't get passed across ESPN was right after that game, I think like 4 players got fined for their hits on Dak Prescott. Like, Dak Prescott didn't get roughing the passer. Like, Dak, there were fines given. That Jets game was physical, dog. Dak got concussed. Dak got a concussion that game, came back and still balled. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, dog. This is why I'm really hard on Carson Wentz when he went out with that concussion. I understand, but my quarterback would never once again. But yeah, they were blitzing Dak, and there were several fines given out after the game. There were several, but Dak scored. So yeah, if you want to be petty in that manner, I can be petty with saying Mahomes didn't score. Mahomes didn't score. Mahomes didn't score. If you want to be that petty, Mahomes did not score a touchdown. But Dak gonna ball. Dak gonna ball with backup offensive tackles. You fell for it, dog. Dak had more consistency than Derek, though, with weapons from the start and no internal drama. The Cowboys are filled with drama, Sebastian. It's all we do is drama. I am the drama. That's what the Cowboys do, man. I understand, but I don't understand. Love the energy, man. Keep it. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Wait, did he just casually toss out that Dak is better than Mahomes, saying it without actually saying it? I'm just giving it to you guys the way y'all are giving it to me, all right? Because y'all will say, oh, well, what happened with the Jets? And I'll be like, all right, we didn't have offensive tackles. And then you're like, oh, well, you lost to the Jets. And I was like, well, without offensive tackles, Dak is averaging 30. Dak without them tackles, averaging 30. Mahomes without them offensive tackles, I don't know what I was looking at, dog. I'm just saying. No, Dak Prescott is not better than Patrick Mahomes. But Patrick Mahomes can't beat cover 2. So the Jets defense is equal to the Bucks. Well, this is the Jamal Adams led defense, and that's a damn good defense. Leonard Williams was still on that defense. I think Leonard Williams sacked Dak 3 times. And then Leonard Williams went to the Giants, and then I think he sacked Dak like 2 times with the Giants. That Jets deep. Marcus May is a free agent for the Jets, and I would like if my Cowboys signed him, safety. The Jets had a damn good defense. Like I feel like because it's the Jets, we like shit on the Jets, but it's more of the Jets offense just being shitty. Like they haven't, excuse my French, the Jets haven't figured out what they're going to do on the offensive side. And that's also why Robert Saleh went to the Jets, because their defense is ready. Their defense is like kind of set. Even without Jamal Adams, they were fine. they actually, so once they get that offensive side of the football figured out, the Jets will be all right. And that's just me giving you like the actual breakdown of what the Jets are. The Jets are a good defensive team with no offense. So, now I'm not saying the Jets defense is equal to the Bucks, and plus that was a Super Bowl game. It was 2 different atmosphere games. Mind you guys, the Cowboys shouldn't have lost their game, but our defense, for some reason, we were letting Sam Darnold hit Robbie Anderson for like 80-yard touchdowns. So, it is what it is. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes can't beat cover 2. The Chiefs can't beat cover 2. Which leads to why the Raiders gave the Chiefs such a hard time. Kevin will agree. Kevin will agree with y'all. This is why the Chiefs. And one thing Rod Marinelli knows how to do is run a cover 2. Rod Marinelli. Now they did give up like 40. The Raiders gave up like 48 that game, but they scored just enough to win. They scored just enough to win. So, the Chiefs can't beat cover 2. And that's why I say, if you ever see me say Dak would never, that's what I'm hitting at. Because Dak can beat cover 2. Because Dak knows if you in cover 2, we can run the ball. We can run the ball because there's not the extra defender in the box. The Chiefs can't run the ball. The Chiefs can't run the football. Well, I don't know if the Chiefs can't run the football, but they didn't agree to run the football. And once again, I just want to say I appreciate y'all tuning in, because this may be the Cowboy Cam and Flex Network. Flex Network, we cover all NFL teams. So I'm going to cover it all. I'm going to cover every team. I got all the knowledge, baby. I got it all for you. But the Chiefs, I don't know if they can run the football. I don't know. They didn't try. They didn't try. So they didn't try to help Patrick Mahomes. They didn't try. Hey, what's going on with you, Ish? New York Giants for the dub, but it's still love. Hey, the Giants, hey, y'all had deserved to win. Like, y'all deserve that. Hey, y'all deserve that dub. That second dub, y'all deserved it. Y'all deserve that, man. Hey, shout out to them Giants. They building up there. Like, and this will probably be my final wrap up right here. A lot of people say the NFC East is trash. The NFC East is rebuilding. All right, the NFC East is retooling. They're retooling. There were, 3 new head coaches in the NFC East? 4 new coaches in the NFC East now? Like, golly. So we'll be back. The NFC East will be back. Because remember, the NFC East used to be one of the toughest divisions in football. Used to be the toughest division in football, So we held that title for a minute, but we'll be back. They can run it. Mahomes had 500 yards a lot. Stop. We're going to stop it right now. We are going to stop that. Look, the pettiness is live. The pettiness is real here. But, man, that's been all my time. Man, 43 minutes, dog. We still going, man. I appreciate it. But, yeah, I just wanted to get across, that, look, Russ and Dak are eerily similar with the narratives that are going around. The NFC least is burning. Hey, I appreciate this. No, hey, look here, we'll get it figured out. We'll put the fire out. But no, I just need you guys to realize, like, the early Russell Wilson and the early Dak Prescott are really similar. They are really similar, man. Russell Wilson was called a game manager. Now we consider Russell Wilson one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Like, now we consider Russell Wilson one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. But 4 or 5 years ago, people were calling him a game manager. And that was the narrative for Dak Prescott until people realized, oh, wait, Dak carries that team. Yeah, Dak carries the Dallas Cowboys. He carries us. A lot of people say Dak's not worth the money. Dak's worth every single dime. Dak will get hurt again. Why would Dak get hurt again? That's not right, Isaac. Why would he get hurt again? If Dak gets hurt, then that's on the Dallas Cowboys. That's on the Dallas Cowboys. Dak will be fine. But yeah, I just want to get across that the early Russ and the early Dak Prescott are eerily similar. Dak Prescott and Deshaun Watson are similar. They're similar. They're all 3 of these guys are great. They put up great numbers, are great leaders. But, man, I wish Dak Prescott would talk down on the Cowboys like Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson are doing. I wish Dak would. Y'all don't understand. I wish Dak Prescott would do it, but he won't do it. He won't do it. You want to know why? Because that's just who Dak Prescott is. And that's the kind of guy you should want on your football team. That's the guy you should want on your football team. All right, but that's been all my time. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button. Share the content with your friends and family. But yeah, that's been all my time. Make sure you also subscribe to the Flex Network. Subscribe to it so we can flex on them. And make sure you like the Cowboy Cam Facebook page, please. And thank you. That's been all my time. Cowboy Nation. Y'all be safe out here, all right? Y'all be safe. You're in the Metroplex area or anywhere. Be safe. Cowboy Cam is out.